Hey friends, how y'all doing? It's been a minute. Tiffany here with Big Check Energy. I'm just giving an update. This is me rambling on camera while I'm en route to meet the cleaners at my boo's house. So, basically, what can I tell you all? I've barely taken any notary appointments. That is partly due to what I always complain about, and that's flaky people. I ain't got time for these people out here trying to burn up my $5 a gallon gas. I ain't got time for it. Well, it's more like 4 something here in Atlanta. For the most part, we haven't hit $5 yet, thank the Lord. A couple weeks ago, I actually went to San Francisco on a little girls trip. It was 3 young ladies and myself. We kind of did a business meetings of the minds, and we did it in Napa. And I can't remember if I told you all this. I don't think I did. I recorded a video and then completely forgot to edit it and post it. But Napa is the business. Y'all can keep the rest of San Francisco, but Napa is the business. Like, had the best wine, had the best service. All my food was good. Like, it was the move. I had some good ass cheese. The smoked salmon was it for me. Like, ma'am, are you gonna switch lanes or not? What are you doing? So Napa was absolutely a whole mood. I'm so glad I got to go, and I'm glad I got to go with the people I went with, because you can't travel with everybody, child. You cannot. And the funny part is, one of the young ladies I actually went with, that was our very first time meeting in person. Let me tell you, the internet is a powerful thing. The internet is a powerful thing. You can meet amazing people, or you can meet really annoying people who ask you dumb questions or want to be mean for no reason, even though they don't know you. It's very weird. I don't get it, but like, some people really get a high from just being assholes on the internet. But we had a great time. We stayed at the Marriott Marquis downtown San Francisco. And one thing I noticed about San Francisco was they not playing with the security. First of all, the Target, we attempted to go to Target on a Friday at like 6:15. We walk up to the Target. I already noticed the windows had already been busted out. There's wood, like the wood panel up in the windows because they'd been busted out. And I'm like, I didn't think people were still looting and stuff. I mean, I know people loot like here in Atlanta, but I didn't think people was looting in San Francisco still. But I do remember reading an article about how the crime over there is just kind of crazy and through the roof. And so that made sense after I put 2 and 2 together. Also, so there's the early closing of the Target. There's the busted out windows. Everyone's a little weird in downtown San Francisco. If any of y'all are from there or have been there, it was weird. Like, people were weird. It felt like everybody was on some type of acid trip that went wrong, and they're just in this alternate universe and never came back. I kid you not. Like, it was some things being said from people where we were like, what is he talking about? This one guy, he looked completely normal, if normal has a look. Looked completely normal. Says hey to us on the corner as we're waiting across the street. And then at the last minute, he's like, you guys, you have to be careful because they'll pull up and they'll put bags over your heads. And we're like, what? Huh? He's like, they'll put bags over your heads. The cars, they're going to pull up and they're going to put bags over your heads. And this was like a little Asian guy. He looked pretty young. Like, he was about like he looked under 30, or if anything, at most 32. And he looked so concerned for us. But I knew some shit was weird, because then when it said we could cross, he never crossed the street. He just stood there. He just stood there and looked around, and he looked concerned. And I was like, this guy's on some shit. Like, I don't care what anybody says. But anyway, maybe that's something that happened to him. I don't know. I just know it was very weird, because it was like 7:45 in the morning and we were going to get breakfast. Ooh, the sun. So there's that. Also, we went back to Target the next day because we were like, all right, after the people told us that they were closed, and the girl literally walked out and was like, no, we're closed. Like, what are y'all trying to do? So we came back the next day early, and we get inside this Target because we were doing a pickup order. And I kid you not, it is like there were at least 8 armed officers, like security. Like, this was not your run-of-the-mill, like, flashlight cop. These were armed, like super cops. I don't know what the hell they were. Special services. And they were just standing there. And it was one of those targets where you walk in at the bottom floor, and you have to take the escalator up. I think we have one like that. We only have one like that in Atlanta. So you walk in and you go up this escalator, and we are immediately greeted by this armed security that's just like standing there, and they're like, how you doing? I'm like, what? Did something happen? And they're like, no. So the people were thinking we're weird for not expecting this at the damn Target. So there's that. But despite the weirdness, we had a really, really good time. And we talked a lot about business. I met with one of the team, well, I'll say one half of Little Fish Accounting, for who runs it behind the scene. So Little Fish Accounting, if you are interested in, you know, having a CPA firm that caters to small business, creators, anything that is like entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, check out their website. It's littlefishaccounting.com. I love them. They were my accounting agency of choice for a while, but I need to adjust some things before I can go back to them, because the model that they have now, you kind of have them on retainer, and they manage things for you throughout the year for a flat fee. And I'm just not there yet with my business, or businesses, whatever you want to say. So I went with a different accountant this year, someone my brother and sister use just for their personal taxes. That was fine. It's not the white glove experience I'm used to with Little Fish, but it got the job done, and I got my refund in maybe 3 weeks. So I already got that. It's spent. It's gone, child. It's gone. It went on these credit cards. But other than that, I think I started off by saying I've barely taken any appointments. And like I said, it's because flaky people, I don't have time to waste meeting people, and then they tell me halfway that they don't need me anymore. That is really a problem for me. And Brielle, if you recall, I think she mentioned this the last time we spoke, but Brielle, with her business model, what she does is she requires a deposit for you to book. And I'm considering doing that. If I'm going to keep doing this notary thing, I cannot keep having flaky people. So I'm considering adjusting my model where to schedule an appointment, you have to book a deposit. So even if you don't show or you cancel, I need to get something out of the deal, because I just feel like I'm exerting too much energy for what I'm actually bringing home at the end of the day. So there's that. I have another business idea I'm looking into, one that will benefit me, you know, business-wise and also long-term. And I'll share a little bit more about that when I have more information. I don't want to speak on something before I'm sure that I can realize it, because, you know, the internet's, it lives forever, child. So if I put something out there, I like to make sure I have it signed, sealed, delivered, buttoned up. Oh my God, that deck is so nice. I'm all over the place. Just work with me, follow me. So I'm going to meet the cleaning people at my boo's house, which that reminds me of what the other part of what I was going to say was. In addition to San Francisco, I just came back from Cabo, and let me tell you, just take me back. Just take me back, because this pollen in Atlanta is not it. It is not it. My car is literally covered. My eyes were puffy on like day one. This air is real. It's so ghetto, this air. It is so ghetto. So I'm just like, take me back to the sun in the sand. I went jet skiing for the first time. I went ATVing for the second time, and y'all, my boyfriend, he flipped the ATV. I was like, what are you doing? That's because he ignored all the rules that they gave, and he flipped the ATV. So I was not happy about that. But he didn't damage it, so he got to get back, or he's supposed to be getting back that $700 hold they had on his card. Because I was like, what are you doing the most? The answer was he was doing the most. Cabo was amazing. We stayed at, I can't even remember the name of the resort. The Villa del Palmar is where we stayed. That's the name of it. It was really clean, really well kept. It felt like a smaller resort. I think there were 3 buildings, but they meticulously cleaned everything. We took our masks, we wore our masks walking around. All of their restaurants, or for the most part, were outdoor restaurants, and we still wore our masks when we were walking through the common areas because that's what the sign said. The sign said you must wear a mask. Did people comply with that? Absolutely not. They did not. It kind of depended on who was working. But it was a really nice stay. We went for 4 days and we came back Tuesday. And immediately I was like, why am I back here? Why? Why am I back here? It never rains there apparently. So it was just pure sunshine every single day. Your girl got a tan. My nose is a little red, if you can tell, because I didn't listen to my own advice and I didn't have on sunscreen on my face. I always feel like it makes me really hot. So I was making bad decisions. But yes, that's what I've been up to. I am plotting and planning on some things. I'm still working on resumes. So if you're in need of resume service, go ahead and check out pitchr.com. The podcast is still popping. I have to put one up. I have one I'm recording today that will be posted tomorrow. And so I'll post a little update when it's up there. If I'm posting this video late though, then I will be wrong. But for Friday, it's the first and third Friday of each month. That is what I'm sticking to. First and third Friday of each month, there will be a podcast. Each one is under 20 minutes. So if you want to take a listen to whatever I'm blabbering about that day, go ahead and go to bigcheckenergy.com, and that's where you'll find me. All right, so I'll see you all in the next video. If you have any questions regarding what I've been doing or the notary business, I ain't been doing that much, but you can feel free to ask me in the comments and I will be in touch. Yeah, so I'll see y'all next time. Bye.